Welcome back to the Old Iron Lover channel. My name is Bob, and today we're going to embark on a little project. I use Evap-O-Rust a fair amount, and you can't tell it from my slip roll here, but anyway, I have a gallon can, and it's always a pain in the neck. It seems like I never have a big enough container or enough Evap-O-Rust to go around. So I finally bit the bullet, and unlike the guys that buy 55-gallon drums of it, I at least bought 5-gallon pail. And I need a way to, something to dip it in. If I try to dip it in the pail it came in, the metal will displace the liquid and probably run over. So I got a Homer bucket, and I'm going to use it to put the bigger parts in. Probably I'll use it for everything. Anyway, I don't have a dip basket to fit that, and I looked around, and there are a few around, but they're really expensive. I was surprised for what it is. So I thought, well, where's the fun in that? Why don't I just go ahead and make one? So I got some 1/4-inch rod and some expanded steel, and we're off to the races. Well, I'm going to do something I haven't done before. I'm going to show the finished product first, and then I'll show you the process of making it. So this is the dip basket I'm talking about. This is designed to fit just nicely inside of a Homer bucket or a Home Depot 5-gallon plastic bucket. And it consists of a ring and another ring about 9.5-inch diameter. Some cross pieces to kind of help support the weight, some expanded steel all the way around the inside and on the bottom, and then a couple little pieces of tubing, short pieces of tubing to capture the bale. So that's it. And it doesn't need to be cleaned up or polished or chrome plated or anything, because it's going to be sitting in the Evap-O-Rust anyhow. So I'm not a really experienced TIG welder, so this will be a good chance to get some more experience. So anyway, just thought you'd like to see what we're making first. Well, I'm all about full disclosure, as everybody knows. Anyway, I already made one of the rings, and it took a lot of experimentation to get it just right. I made it too long on purpose, and then I kept rolling it, cut off a little, roll it a little more. Anyway, I think I'm pretty close now, so the next one should go pretty smooth. And, well, we'll see how it turns out. So the inside diameter of a Homer bucket's about 9 3/4 inches at the bottom. The ring is just a 1/4-inch round stock, and then on the outside I'm going to have 4 uprights that hold everything together. So the 9 3/4 inches inside dimension at the bottom of the bucket is all the room I have for the ring and the pieces on the outside and everything else. So all that math put together says I need to make a ring that's outside diameter is 9.5 inches roughly. I'll field fit it and make sure it's right. If I don't like it, I'll shorten it a little bit. Anyway, let's get on with the sheet metal. Well, it's the steel rolling here. This is a very old slip roll. It is a Pex, Stowe and Company roll. Now later on, the company began to be known as the Pexto, P-E-X-T-O. But this is an old one. It is a Peck, Stowe and Company. I believe it was made around a little after the beginning or the change of the century. So it's well over 100 years old. And as such, it's not the smoothest operating thing in the world, but it does the job, and that's what we're going to live with. Anyway, so we're going to crank a little curve into this thing and go around and see what happens. I'll move this over just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, this roller here is stuck, but it doesn't seem to matter much. Well, that's not quite enough. So we'll crank a little more into it and go around again. And we'll go around several times here before we get it where we want it. Okay, we are there. Pop it out. Let's measure it, see what it looks like. Okay, we're a little under 9.5. Okay, next I'm going to make a little jig to hold all these welds square while I'm getting them tacked. And so what I'm going to do is cut a groove this way and a groove that way. I'll need clearance in the middle here to do the welding, tacking it. So I want to cut myself a hole here so the welded part is kind of out in the air and it's not being cooled off by a big block of steel under it or anything. So anyhow, I got that all centered up. The DRO is zeroed. Then my pilot hole will be a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to start doing the y-axis next. This will be a hand feed operation. Okay, this is just a quick shot to show you how I'm using that jig. In this case, the cross piece along across the bottom ring that's going to support the mesh that sits on top of it. Anyway, I've got it set up like that, and back up just a little bit. And here's the setup for welding the uprights on. And there's not much to show. I can't really show welding. It doesn't show up. It's just a big ball of fire. So anyway, we'll get back to you when I have all the welding done and ready to look at something else. Okay, off camera I cut a little circle out of this expanded steel, tacked it all the way around, and put in 2 little pieces of tubing, little short pieces of tubing, so the bucket bale will go right in them. This will all straighten out a little bit. Anyway, so now I'm going to roll a piece of steel for here, and the piece I have is not long enough, but I'm planning on hitting tacks along here and here, 3 sides basically, and then I believe I have enough here to do the 4th side. We'll see. Anyway, we'll set up on the roller here. Okay, I don't know if I have it straight or not. That's the real kicker here, is you gotta have it straighter. That looks pretty straight there. Well, there's the finished product. It's not pretty, but it'll do fine for dipping rusty parts in Evap-O-Rust. Well, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, how about giving it a thumbs up? If you like the channel, how about subscribing? And if you have something you'd like to say that you think I'd like to hear, well, by all means, put it in the comments. I like to hear comments. And till the next project, happy trails.